George Antonatas here. On today's episodes, we are. Sorry. Hello, everybody. Why? This is so hard to start a video. For real? Like, can I just, where do you start? I don't know, but I guess we're starting with all these bloopers. George Antonatas here. On today's episode, we are making black bean brownies. Stay tuned. First ingredient that we're using here is the black beans itself. And we use 1.5 cups black beans, basically 1 can. And then we're also going to use 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 100% cacao. Next, we got the 1/2 cup quick oats. I used a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I used a Celtic salt, and we used a 1/3 cup of raw honey. You can use substitute with maple syrup or agave. And I'm also, instead of stevia, I'm using the monk fruit, 2 tablespoons of that. And then we also got to mix in a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. We also got 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract and just a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. 1/2 cup. Actually, you can go up to 2/3 of a cup for chocolate chips. However, when I add these ingredients into the food processor, you're going to want to hold off on adding the chocolate chips. You're going to mix in the chocolate chips after you run everything else through the food processor. So first thing is you pop open the can of the beans and you want to drain out the juice. Now, I went with a black bean that's not seasoned or anything. You don't want any other flavors. Just want the original black beans unseasoned. And you want to drain it out and rinse it with water. Be sure to thoroughly rinse them. You just want the black beans and not the other stuff that's in the can, just the beans. And we're going to add the other ingredients. Adding all the other ingredients except the only ingredient that's not being added into the food processor is the chocolate chips. And I just remembered to add the vanilla extract, so I'm going to put that in there right now. Now that I thoroughly ran it through the food processor, I'm going to add this to the bowl. Make sure to get it all in there. And now we're going to mix in the chocolate chips.
Because you can't wait 2 minutes.
Hi guys, so my dad was making the brownies and now he's making the bowl. Yummy.
Okay, now that I got the chocolate chips mixed in, I'm going to have put it on to a greased 8x8 pan. I used coconut oil for greasing it. And just going to put it in the pan. And then the oven should be preheated to 350 degrees. And you could put it in anywhere between 15 to 18 minutes. I went with 16 minutes with mine and came out fairly well. So I guess it depends on your oven. But it's recommended 15 to 18 minutes at 350 degrees baking. You can even throw some chocolate chips on top of it as well. On top of the 2/3 cup, we're going to sprinkle some chocolate chips. So again, I put it in for 16 minutes, and here's the final result.